Oh. Hey guys, and welcome to another live stream as we continue practicing on our live stream channel. I'm just getting a bit, make sure we're all sorted out. Yeah, so we obviously have our Birnie Family channel, which has got, I think it's almost 500 videos on there now. And then we've got 3 YouTube channels for kids as well, which includes a gaming channel and the Shorty shorts. But this live is very new for us, you know. And I think one of the reasons I've really been holding off doing live videos is that a few years back I was on a breathing machine and a month in hospital and years of rehabilitation and all sorts of stuff. But during that time, I picked up a brain injury at some point, and it just means I struggle just a little bit doing things in order. And this will give a perfect example tonight. I think in one of our last streams, what I did was got this tank all ready for the motorbike. This is our motorbike vlogging bike. And filled it back up with fuel. And I actually put this all back on, this whole fueled up assembly. And I forgot to put in the washers on these bolts here. And I had a fuel leak. I took the bike out. It seemed to be running fine. But then I woke up the next day and there was fuel all over the place. So I'm just going to sort that tonight, just while we're chatting and spending some time. So yeah, and I picked up my socket set wrongly. Look, nice, eh? Nice. Just doing great. Just doing absolutely great. But yeah, the live sort of comes across as quite straightforward, but it's not actually. It's not fully straightforward. It just takes a little time to get used to. And again, for me, it's just a little bit difficult just thinking, you know, just the way that I could and the way that I could. And of course, oh hey ho! We're just after a really busy day. Obviously a Friday today. Here he goes.
Hello.
The man with the onesie. Now, I'm doing it one more thing. Yeah, remember I did that? Well, I forgot to put in washers into there and the fuel tank leaked. Just another thing.
You have to paint the bottom again.
Yeah, I think I might just have to sort of rub that bit away. And I think I'll just wait. Yeah, I'll just wait. I'll maybe do it just later. I'm not quite sure. I just need to get one more thing, guys. Yeah, so generally, guys, we run a child daycare service. And usually we're finished just after 5 o'clock. So I'm wondering whether we should put the live stream to like like 7 o'clock or 7:30. But I think you want to watch a Mandalorian tonight, don't you, son? The new season of Mandalorian has arrived again, so young Das wants to watch that. Yes, anybody?
Yeah.
You can tell everybody at your airsoft if you want. I'm going to nip out and get something.
I'm getting something to drink.
He's getting something to drink. He might tell you about airsoft. Go for it, son. Do your thing. Oh, did he just come and go?
Yeah.
Can't be in the mood all the time, eh, sonny boy? Yeah, and of course on a Friday. Oh man! On a Friday, that's when we get the kids their McDonald's. They've had a long week as well. Hey guys. Yeah, so David is doing airsoft at the moment, and for those of you who don't know, it's pretty much with BBs, but obviously the modern day, the weapons, I suppose we'll call them, are just basically carbon copies of the real thing. It's just amazing, even the weight's the same. And of course that's for their Birnie Family Fun channel. Well, we'll get there though, we'll get there. Oh. Nice smell of petrol. And as can generally be seen with petrol, it does react very badly with paintwork. Look, so it's ruined up a paintwork there as well. I just want to make sure this gasket is all in place as well. It doesn't look like it's in the right place. That's better. Yeah, so that's what I went ahead and did. And it was just these little white washers. On the previous one, if any of you guys were watching, you will have probably seen them lying on the table. And I've forgotten about them. So I bought this little pack of washers here. Just want to see what's going to be the best fit here. So just fibre washers. That's a bit slack. Never mind. We all make mistakes, guys, don't we? We all make mistakes. That should do it. They're nice. They're really nice. That two there. And what I'll maybe do is just hand paint this bit later. I really don't have the time at the minute to be mucking around with that. See, I even have to think about whether I'm putting it in the right way around or not. I'm sure I am. There we go. Yeah, so obviously, guys, in the future we'll be doing live from different places in the house, and hopefully doing some DIY live stuff and all the rest of it. Once we get up and sort of moving. But at the minute, I just want to get nice and comfortable doing this. That's beautiful. That'll be absolutely fine. Check that gasket's in there. Okay, it is. There we go. Yeah, so obviously building these now 7 channels that we've got is a lot of work. It'll be worth it in the end, obviously, but it's a lot of work. And you just can't do everything. You definitely can't do everything. I'm just checking. See that, guys? I'm putting that back on there, and it doesn't even have its fibre washer on it. See, this is the struggle with my brain. Just does not want to work properly. Doesn't matter really what I do at the minute. But it's getting better. It's getting better. It's always getting better. Just got to keep moving forward. Yeah, hopefully we'll get this time. So I'm getting a little bit fed up of this. You see, I always want this Birnie family stuff to be really real, really real stuff. And I maybe should have filmed when this was actually leaking, because I went ballistic. I was really, really not happy. Maybe that was better off camera, actually, but yeah, I wasn't happy at all. And again, that's just brain injury frustration. That's all that is, really. But yeah, doing all these YouTube videos and doing all these bits and pieces, it's all part of it. I'm pretty sure I'll get better again. Because I'm certainly better than I used to be, obviously, Yeah, the hope is in the future, guys, for those that kind of want it, we'll have different types of videos on the live, like the DIY and various things like that. But if you just prefer the normal YouTube videos, obviously we've got plenty of them at the moment. Plenty. Right, here I go. Double check. Yeah, so as you can imagine with this type of thing, guys, you second guess yourself a lot, and it's not nice at times. It's really not nice at times. It feels like that's not sealing. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's idea. Oh. What's Bailey mooching for now, guys?
Because she's just doing her pumping.
You're right, son. I will need to paint that. You're right. You are correct. I want to make sure this definitely will not leak again. Not going to paint all beautiful. Not going to paint all beautiful black and looking again and just ruin it. control and over tighten. Now that is well on there now. That is definitely on there now. That's awesome. White. See, Birnie? Look at this, guys. Oh, you probably can't see it. You probably can't see it, eh? Look at this, eh? Look at this. You're the prettiest dog in the world, aren't you? Should see it on YouTube Shorts and TikTok and stuff like that. Look. What? I know what you want. Oh, how smell a petal, Bailey, and we don't like that. I know you don't like that, Bailey. How about these? Oh, they good. There we go. Past you on the floor. Oh, she's taking out little ones. Usually she's quite picky. Bailey, usually you're quite picky. Yeah, so I think any of you guys out there have struggled with like a brain injury before will know it can be pretty frustrating. It can be very, very frustrating. There's no question about that. Yeah, getting better. We're getting there. Once I can get some runs out the bike, I'll start feeling much better again as well. Very dull in Scotland just now. Very, very dull. As it always is this time of year. Here we go. Let's get all that anything excess off underneath the tuck. There we go. Yeah, so for those of you that are probably watching this later and not live, we've actually sort of kept it quite quiet that we're doing live. And I quite like that just to get the practice in. But I know obviously some people will watch. So again, this is just practice stuff. We're just moving forward as we always do. Trying our best to move forward. It's always the best advice you get, guys. You know that? Progress, not perfection. Don't go for perfection, guys. Progress. You just want to progress. You're making progress. But we've been back and forth with because I've been doing Emily's horse field, pretty much not been able to do motorbike vlogging and various things like that, you know. But obviously that opened up a lot of things as well, because we've got the old what you call it, horse lorry now, which is awesome. And the hope is we're going to use it as a bit of a wild camping vehicle as well as a horse lorry. There we go. Now, I would fill this thing up with petrol in here, but the house will just stink. Won't it? The house will just stink. There we go. It's all nice. Look at that colour, eh? British Racing Green. Made famous by the little Mini. God, it's what every young lad my age wanted, I think, was a Mini Cooper S. 1275 GT Mini. And that was the colour. That was the colour to have, was British Racing Green. With either a Scottish flag or a Union Jack on the top.
Hello.
Hey, baby boy. And this man's learning all about this stuff as we go along. We also picked up, well, we're going to do the generator soon, aren't we? There we go. A wee drink as well. Iron brew, son, iron brew.
Mm-hmm.
Eh? That's what this is, guys. Look, it's a soft drink called Iron Brew, and you kind of either like it or you don't, but I do.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, sonny boy.
Yeah.
There we go. Do you think we're going to work this time?
Coca-Cola.
Because if it doesn't, I'm going to cry. Well, probably when I cry, but I'll probably blow my gasket again. But no, I think we're okay. I wouldn't actually mind testing it with fuel inside it just to see if it's going to leak.
Why don't you put water?
because it will rust the tank. So we could put in a bit of fuel.
We're going to put vinegar in it.
Yeah, now David had his first time of doing vinegar, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Fuel tank of the little compressor inside was disgusting.
Yeah.
And me and David are the wild campers, so we're needing a couple of generators, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we've got the big generator, 2.4 kVA, and we've got the other one, which I think is just 1 kVA actually. But the little one will be for Land Rover wild camping, the big one for the lorry wild camping. Now, I would imagine that if I was to put fuel in that just now, see, there's a little bit of fuel rolling about in the bottom. That's going to fall off. It's not going to fall off if I do that, though. If I put a bit of fuel in it, son, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the other reasons for us doing it here, guys, is it is very, very cold in Scotland at the moment. And as all of you will know, you know, everything's up in price just now, including gas and electricity. It's about 4 times as much at the minute. Hey, sonny boy. I don't think there's any fuel in this. That's on prime. There's nothing coming. Usually something would come out if it's on prime. That's reserve and on. Well, we'll just get some fuel and we'll do it, son.
Yeah.
We'll just pour some fuel in and see if it's going to leak or not. Hopefully not. I don't think it will. But I woke up the following day after doing this video and there was a little pool of petrol under the bike. I was very, 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 very annoyed.
Oh.
Wouldn't have cried, but I was annoyed. Yeah, so that's the bandit key. Bandit key, here we go. David's seen himself on camera again.
Yeah.
Now these guys, like I said, guys, kids have got 3 YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
But they were also last night. What was it you were doing? Live.
Yeah.
You were doing your own
I
live.
wasn't there.
Oh, was it just? Oh, it was just Kelly on then, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't want to stay. No, it's going to stay okay now. What do you think then? We'll just throw some fuel in it.
Yeah.
I want to get some fuel. David will take care of you. We're not far away.
Yeah, so we're gonna put fuel in it and try it, even though it'll stink up the house. It usually does. That petrol stuff. It's not staying up. It always smells like fuel.
Right. Oh, it's actually snow on top of this thing. Actually snow on top of this thing. Oh, sonny boy. It's a bit awkward. It's going to be a bit awkward, this. It's going to be a little bit awkward, this, son, but it's better doing it here than outside, actually. What can we put under there?
The bottle.
No. Put something under it.
Oh.
Well, I suppose even the side of the... Look, these fibre washers, look. Yes, this wouldn't be normally doing this in the house, would we, sonny boy?
No.
But must needs. Things
We
need.
really should be doing this outside.
Yeah. this, but must need it a minute. Just the way it is. I'm just got to do our best what we've got. So many things you'd like things to be different, but sometimes you just have to do what you got. Hey, Sunny boy. Now this fuel that's coming here has only got 5% additives.
What's that?
Remember the E5 fuel?
Oh, yeah.
Because our bikes are older classics, they will not run on E10 fuel. And I think the fuel in the other jerry cans are actually E10.
Yeah.
So the see Bandit will not start, son. Nice and gentle. Now that should do.
It's leaking
That's all right.
on the jug. Now, is it leaking?
Is it leaking?
It doesn't look like it.
All right, we've done it. I think we've done it. Where's my phone? My phone.
Phone.
Sorry, in English, my phone. My phone.
Mobile
My phone.
phone.
Hey, son,
Your
my
phone.
phone.
Usually what we say in Scotland or England is my mobile phone.
My mobile.
My mobile phone.
Now, what you see is it trickles down and forms like a droplet, and then it goes. I think we've done it this time, aren't we? We're okay. Can you gently lift that side of the tank up to tilt it for me, son? I'm pretty sure it's enough fuel. Because it was leaking up. It was leaking out of the bolt head, you see, and that isn't leaking now. That's fine, son. Thanks. But yes, son. Well put. We will have the paint underneath the tank again.
But nobody sees that. But it's still good to. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's it right down in that there. I highly doubt that's going to leak. What we'll do is I'm going to keep it in the house this evening. But this is the problem, you know, you can look at it just now and think it's okay, but then you put it on the bike, and the bike starts getting rattled around on the road, and things loosen, and, you know, I think we're okay. I think that's going to be okay. I don't think fuel will even come out if I put this on prime. Will it? So I might just a wee bit out of shot, guys. I think so. I don't think it'll.
Is it going to leak?
I don't think it'll come out, even on prime. I don't think it's going to come out.
Turn it around like that.
That is.
That is.
It's okay, I've got it.
Calculations were almost correct.
It's fine. No, that's a really good sign. Because there's only 3 settings on this thing: on, reserve, and prime. And on the on and reserve position, it needs the engine. Oh, better not leave that. It needs the engine to suck the fuel through, but when you put it on prime, it'll just come straight out. So at the moment, that pipe there is not leaking, you guys. So that's another good thing. Yeah, again, guys, this does look a bit old-fashioned to be doing these sort of things in here, but I'll tell you, the gas prices are through the roof, absolutely through the roof, and so is electricity. So nice and warm in here, of course, and light as well. So just have to deal with it, don't we? Now I'm going to leave that tank for now. Yes, I'm hoping, you know, obviously at the moment, we're not exactly hugely successful or anything. You know, this is more for the future. But hopefully we'll have some great videos for you coming. That's great. That means that tap is definitely working and it's not leaking. At the moment anyway. Yeah, you might wonder why Sharon thinks all this is okay. It's because she used to be a biker and she doesn't mind this at all. Hey, darling. So she doesn't mind at all. glasses. I'll put this over here. Oh, see, that's just going to slip off, isn't it? What time will do? Don't like the thought of this tongue. And now I can leave that to see if it will or won't leak during the course of the evening. And we've obviously switched off, and like I said earlier, Mandalorian's on, isn't it, son?
Well,
It's going to be on. Yeah, it's not like coming on at a specific time, is it? No. Don't you just hate it when you do that? Well, I'm sure a few of you guys would never do this, but and of course the other thing you have to watch is you don't use the brain injury thing as an excuse all the time, but you know, it's there. You just got to deal with it. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll get there. 14, 12. I'll tell you what I have found really, really helpful, guys, is gaming. And more specifically, motor gaming. And there's a couple of games, I don't know if you guys are probably more clued up than I am. There's games called Forza Motorsport, and you can do like the Le Mans 24 hours, you can do the Nürburgring. What does it say? 9 mil? And pretty much whatever car you want, and it is really, really good fun, I tell you. But it's just getting that hand-eye coordination back, and just, you know, it just takes time. Everything takes time, unfortunately. Now these, I could do actually cleaning these out a little bit. I'll wait till I get them all back in the right places and give them a wipe. But obviously, most of you guys, I'm sure, have done the same thing. Picking it up without it being locked properly, and then down it goes. What's that? 14 mil. There we go. Something oddly satisfying about doing this, though. No doubt about it. All our little ones now. 7, 8. Yeah, believe it or not, you know, as we film this video, we don't actually sort of say to friends or family or anyone at the minute. If someone's watching, then great. But it's just nice doing these videos just in this way. We'll get there in the end, but it just takes time. But it is good. I actually really like the live stuff. Hopefully, we act like ourselves on camera. Hopefully we do. I'm sure we do. I want this stuff to be real and genuine, you know? There's no point in us putting across something that's not real. Don't want that. Don't like that. Right, so I think a couple of the fittings are loose in the garage. Are we? 6 mil. So what would that be? It's 5.5. There we go. Yeah, definitely got some loose. Yeah, and of course at the moment, both the motorbikes are at the back of the house in the motorbike garage, so there's not a lot of room out there either. But my big plan coming up is to actually keep the bikes in the lorry, and that means I could go anywhere I really wanted. You know, like longer distance stuff. You know, like an hour, maybe an hour and a half away from the house with a lorry, and then head out on the bike. And that'd be pretty good going, I would say. Yes, I think there's a couple must have jumped out in the garage. There's no other stuff lying, is there? No. I'm missing a couple of bits and pieces. Sure we'll manage. I've had this socket set for ages, you know that? £50, this thing. £50. I'll tell you something, it is awesome. It's worked really, really well. Not all cheap stuff is rubbish. Let me tell you. And I should know that's a 10mm. So we're obviously missing this one's here. That one I left out anyway. I think we're okay. That's not a gap. That's not a gap. Right, okay. And it does go this way. Yeah. Well, having that bit of a brain injury thing going on, you've really got to double check yourself all the time, and a bit of a pain. But iron boot. That should be going to work perfectly, guys. Now, I got the band that started and she was running absolutely brilliant. I mean, better than a lot of times. So it's just a case of getting the band all put back together again. I'll have to get that feel out of here. Get the band all back together again. The fire blade all back together again. Whew. Here we are. Oh, that's better. Oh, could you have a cup of coffee? Yeah. But yeah, so the lorry is like, it's got the cab, which I think we're going to do as a wrap rather than paint it. And it's got a living area and area for the horses. You could actually get 3 horses in it, but 2 will be enough for us. And it's rated at 7.5 ton, which is great, 7.5 tonner. And obviously, that's the back can hold quite a lot of weight as well, which is great. But the bandit weighs, I think it's 240 kilos, if I can remember rightly. And the Fireblade's around about 200 kilos. So that's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight to put in the back. But the back is basically empty, So, yeah, you're putting the bikes in there, but it's not huge. The weight's not huge. But I'm going to go and get a hold of some fittings for the lorry so that I can put the bikes in there. And that's just going to give us so much more storage space, which will just be brilliant. But before we can really do that, I have to get a real good security system put onto the lorry, because it's, oh goodness me, how old is Jessica? 24 years old. She's 24 years old. Engine's under 100,000 miles. So the engine's just fantastic. The clutch, brakes, everything seems to be absolutely fine. Wear and tear, obviously, here and there. So the big thing that we're going to do is do the carb red, I think, and the back portion between black and dark grey. So obviously suits our logo for YouTube and stuff. But the major part is lifting it's got a tilt carb, so you can tilt the carb up like that, and the engine is underneath. It's to get in there with the power washer, really blast it all out, make it look really, really good. Treat any areas of rust, which there's bound to be here and there, and get the engine painted. I like painting engines, get the engine looking really good. And then it's under seal. I think it's upstairs. We got some red oxide paint. So I'll be treating all the rust spots underneath and giving it a black underseal, which will really, really protect the underside of the lorry. And in time, I'd love to get the wheels blasted and painted silver. They look really nice like that. So the whole lorry should look pretty cool. But the one thing I really want to do is to give David a bit of a lead on, on doing the lorry itself. He is very handy. He'll learn stuff, no problem at all. And for the majority of people, I think most people watching this would just say the same thing. It's much easier to learn just by doing it, So instead of me doing all the cutting and this, that, and the next thing, David's going to do it. And I'm just going to hold things in place and, just help him do it and all sorts of stuff. Because, again, before we got a hold of an old caravan, a big caravan, a big 5-berth caravan. And David and I ripped it to shreds, took the outer shell off and made it into a hay bale trailer. And we've still to finish that job as well, but we'll get there. But in that, guys, we've got all the stuff. Lights, wiring, cooker, just, you know, you name it, whatever was in the caravan, we've actually got it now. And what we're going to do with all that wiring and the chargers and the fuse boxes and all that is put them into the lorry. And that really means for David and Emily, they can learn a bit about all that wiring. Bit of plumbing, you know, we've obviously got gas in there as well, which is great. And you know, it'll be great for them. So that is going to be our project for this year. I'll get a coffee on there. Yeah, there's still so much to do though. I've got to finish off that that hay bale trailer, and that's not going to be a lot of work. It's obviously a couple of days' work. And at the minute, I'm still trying to get Emily's field finished. However, the snow has returned, and Emily's field's pretty much covered in snow. So that's going to put us back as well. So we're pretty much preparing for this year to come, I think. Yeah, so what we tried to do with the Birnie family stuff, you know, the Birnie family stuff, is try and have a little something for everybody. You know, I know that motorbikes aren't everybody's thing. You know, I wouldn't be doing motorbikes all the time. But, you know, we do a lot of fishing, wild camping, caravanning, a lot of different things that we do. Obviously, I do all my own DIY, or I try my best at least anyway. You know, there's the motorbikes, the Land Rover, our off-road car, now the lorries and stuff, you know. So there's a lot going on. And I think it's just been one of those things, you know, working with this brain injury, sorry guys, but working with this brain injury, you know, it's, things take twice as long, you know, and you have to think about things longer and obviously make stupid mistakes like that, you know, that just drive you insane. But you get there in the end. But we've also got a small boat. And I made a start on it, months ago, I think. But no, it just wasn't going to happen, not with all the other work to do. But would really, really like to get that boat back on the water, because we're going to places like the Isle of Skye now, in the Western Isles of Scotland, and the scenery is just absolutely beautiful. But it'd be so great to get out onto the water and see it from the water, you know? So we've got, I mean, how long is the boat? 17 feet. I think 17 feet might actually be the trailer. The boat's 16, something like that anyway. So not a big boat, but you know, enough for us at the moment. So we're hoping to get that moving as well. So if I could just get a few of these jobs nailed down, I'd feel much better. Yeah. And this is the other thing I'm working on just now, which you're not going to see. I'll move it across from here. This, believe it or not, let's see if you can just see that. That looks like a good old list, doesn't it? That, believe it or not, guys, is all the items we need for just wild camping in the Land Rover. That's what that is. And what I've been trying to do is, you're just trying to get everything. I'll just give you a quick description. All the car stuff, obviously spare wheels, all sorts of stuff, jerry cans, footholds, tools. We tend to take a small compressor around with us so we can blow tires up and so on. Tire iron, jack blocks, goodness me, consumables. What we take around in the Land Rover as well when we're wild camping is coolant. There's a little thing of rad weld as well, so we got a leak in the cooling system. We can pop that in. Tire puncture spray, first aid kit, fire extinguisher. Also got all our cooking stuff, clothes, food, drinks, toilet bag, everything. So the decision now is, do we just have all of that for the Land Rover and that's it? Or do we start using some of the stuff in the lorry to go wild camping? And I have to say, I'm quite a fan. I have to say, I'm quite a fan of each of the vehicles having their own stuff. That would be really, really good. So I'm not sure. Obviously, I need a bigger jack for Jessica. You know, she weighs, well, she can weigh 7.5 tons if she wants to. So I bought a 20-ton jack, a 20-ton bottle jack. But obviously, everything's bigger with them as well. And like normal cars generally have 12-volt systems. Well, Jessica's got 24-volt system, which I think is on the alternator and the starter motor is 24-volt. Aye. And I think the rest of the stuff in the carb is actually 12-volt, which is good. Because obviously, the sleeping area part, of it, I really want to have as like a caravan. So you could go to a caravan site and just plug it in, and it's like a motorhome sort of thing, you know. But it's also got to do that real rustic wild camping stuff as well. And for that, we really need 12-volt. And obviously, we'll have the little generator as well. I don't really want to be using it much, but we'll